Kia ora! I really hope that you all watched my Simpsons house review because today I'm looking at the Kwik-E-Mart, which was the second to last set to be released for the entire LEGO Simpsons line. This originally released in 2015 for actually only 350 NZD. That's 50 less than what the house cost here. It released with 2,179 pieces, 6 LEGO minifigures, of which 4 of them are exclusive, but it's kind of a grey line there. One of them though is a genuine character exclusive. He's the most specially released figure of the theme if you ask me. The set is based on the iconic location from the show, and it trumps the house in my eyes as my all-time favourite LEGO set. The set matches the house in its price now though, looking at around 600 NZD for this set brand new today. Before getting into it, I suppose we should cover that controversy here, seeing as how this is a retrospective review. In 2017, a documentary released titled The Problem With Apu, in which comedian Hari Kondabolu examines the character and explores the stereotypes that were involved with the show. From my perspective and within my world, it was one of the first cases of questioning the ethics behind voice actors and representation in media. And it is something worth mentioning here because it did eventually lead to the character of Apu taking the role as a background character and eventually a non-speaking one. Hank Azaria stopped voicing him in 2017, and he's occasionally shown up since then only as a background extra, but I don't think he's going to be returning anytime soon. Other characters in the show were eventually recast as well, and other TV shows, whether they were beloved or not, also received very similar backlash for having very similar content like this. It also means that if The Simpsons were to ever return to LEGO form, and I really do hope they do at some point, Apu is likely to never happen again in minifig form, so I'm very happy to have this and the minifigure series as well then. Apu joins characters like Cara Dune, Slave Leia, that Twilight girl from Jabba's palace, a lot of Star Wars figures, huh? And a small but rare collection of minifigures that will probably never be adapted again. But enough of that, let's get into this absolute gorgeous set. The Kwik-E-Mart is built as one of the most sturdy square cubes that I have ever built in LEGO, built with tons of references and accessories designed to fit the show's aesthetic quite perfectly. The yellows and browns make for a really nice bright addition to your collection, and best of all, like how the house is praised for being a dollhouse, this receives praise for being a fully working convenience store modelled inside. We still haven't really had a convenience store or a bodega or a dairy or whatever you personally call them wherever you live again, so this feels like a licensed set that would appeal to people even outside of the LEGO Simpsons line. There's a lot of key details to go over here, especially around this outside section. Before we get into all of that, let's highlight these exterior walls here which LEGO somehow managed to make interesting. These boring yellow walls all contain little details to help make the design feel engaging and respectful of the world building. Starting with this right hand side section here, we have 2 posters and some bricks to build a drain pipe. Our stickers here show the Spider-Pig musical, Spider-Pig first debuting as a gag in the Simpsons movie from 2007, a Springfield seafood advertisement with 50% more fish eyes featuring Blinky. That same commercial can be seen on a billboard here. Spinning the set around to the back shows the back exit with some brick detailing as well. The wall consists of yellows mostly, but it does also contain some tans and some brick parts for that extra bit of detail. Here's a sticker for Ned's Leftorium and a minifigure of Ned in that picture. A detail that I really love in LEGO are posters of minifigures. The back door here has a sticker for employees only and can open into the store, but not actually directly. It opens into a small little hideaway that's really tough to access actually. Inside is a mouse near a mouse hole. There's a piece of cheese there as well to help illustrate that. Moving this around again to the left hand side of the set, here's the most amount of detail for the side areas. We have some more drain pipe builds here and some stickers for all sorts of designs. Crazy Cat Lady is here letting everyone know that she houses mini cats, maybe even yours. There's also an AC unit here and some brick built details too. To the side here is a little tiny dumpster cove, more stickers inside as well. El Barto, Bart's signature tag, a no dumping sign, and a Jebediah Springfield poster claiming him as a traitor, reference to Lisa's poster from season 7 episode 16, Lisa the Iconoclast, which was also a reference to this poster of JFK. Inside the section we do have the store's dumpster, which even has some trash bags inside. You can easily open that door the same way that the Simpsons house garage door opens, and that handle can also be adjusted to keep that door standing. The dumpster inside can be moved out, though it's not placed on genuine wheels so it won't be able to move as well as I would hope, but I really like that dumpster build, which is a crazy thing to actually be excited about, but I really do. I think it's a really smooth build on the outside here, and a wide base that's been coloured in bricks I feel is pretty uncommon for a dumpster design. Inside that dumpster here are these really nice looking trash bags, which are really great to see. This bag in black looks really cool here. They usually wouldn't include this part to resemble a trash bag, so it's really cool to see it here, very cartoony. We now move on to the front section of the build here, also jam-packed with some details. Here we have 2 payphones, which are 2 designs that I really love, but they do have some minor issues. The phone's actually a really hard piece to play around with, annoying too because Marge on the box is interacting within this area, so it's a little tough to replicate that. The buttons used for the build here are also on a LEGO cell phone, so it's a cell phone piece that's built into a payphone, kinda weird. We also have a bike rack out here just outside the store. Above that is a sticker for Buzz Cola. On the other side here we have some stickers of the customer parking lot and a gambling sticker. At the front we have these purple delivery crates, which I'm assuming are resembling the ones from this image here, but I really would have loved to have seen a brand new piece here though. These are square in their design. They resemble a crate better than the bricks used to make these rectangle ones. The Kwik-E-Mart sign is quite interesting. Kwik and Mart are actually stickers, but the E is a brick built design. I love the overall design of the outside here, especially with those blue windows. Blue is the color that I associate with cartoons and something that I actually mentioned I wish they did for the Simpsons house. Here, having that blue coloring, it just feels like it gives the set a bit more character than what the blackened windows would probably do. Before we head inside though, we should check the roof section, another key reference to the Simpsons world, but only loosely. Apu has a secret garden as seen in season 7 episode 5 Lisa the Vegetarian. Also referenced in other media as well, like the Simpsons Hit and Run. At least there's some variety of a garden up here, but it isn't really too much. Presumably this is so the garden isn't viewable from the front or side angles of your display, which keeps it to be a hidden garden. We've got a couple of vegetables up here, like some carrots and some cherry pieces that are used here, some skylights, which look really cool, but they don't offer any form of light for inside the building at all. A really cool build of an HVAC unit, and then we have this tiny door here, which goes into what I thought would be the vents for the Kwik-E-Mart, but maybe it's supposed to be a possible entry point for explaining how Apu can get up here. I usually take the truck. To get inside the store, we spin the set all the way around, and the Kwik-E-Mart can open up from the back here. We can slide the garden off as well for even better access. This is one of the best interiors that I've ever seen in a LEGO set, and one of the best methods for accessing an indoor section for a set that can fully enclose too. A build method that would eventually be improved within LEGO sets. I believe it's the Home Alone house that really perfected that design. The inside is absolutely packed with details in here. Up top here we have those vents that I was talking about. They carry over throughout the entire build. We have a sticker up here on the vents that says that Apu hearts Manjula. Do you think this was here before or after Annette the Squishy Lady came for a visit? We'll start with the back section here of the building and make our way through to the front. So the back door that I mentioned into the hallway has a really great cartoon sticker that feels like it's from the SpongeBob line. The hallway, like I said, it's pretty hard to actually get inside, but here you can see that there is a mouse in there. The power source display here is one of my favorite parts of the build, but it also frustrates me as a LEGO Simpsons fan. As seen in season 9 episode 23 King of the Hill, these apple flavored power bars are an endorsed item from Rainier Wolfcastle. He's printed here in minifigure form. It just frustrates me because we never actually got him as a minifigure. There are a few other Springfieldians that are printed on pieces here that we tragically never got as minifigures. Let it be known, I still love this feature, and it really does add to the world building that he would be printed here. The boxes are stacked up on top of each other here. No stickers are used for the back of the boxes. This is the first of many fridge spaces here, mostly made up of regular items from printed parts that we've seen in a few things, but also Buzz Cola cans here too. The Buzz Cola can is a printed LEGO cylinder with a printed stud tile on the top as well, released in a few of the CMF figures and the Dimensions pack, and it's used as a substitute for Homer's beer. This is one of the cabinets that actually splits away from the main build, though the rest are all connected together. We'll take a look at the rest of the cabinets now. We can remove the in-store displays, which again, very helpful for accessing these areas. And there's a few really cool items to go over here, but we'll talk about the obvious one here, Jasper, who appears to be frozen here as seen in season 9 episode 17, Lisa the Simpson. Clearly the designers of this set were big fans of season 9. Frostilicus here is a sticker placed on one of these half-cylinder pieces. Like Wolfcastle though, there was no Jasper minifigure to exist though. Those LEGO designers are just making me dream again. Near Jasper is a security camera which was used in season 13 episode 19, The Sweetest Apu, among others. And some more products are available here as well. Taking a look at the other side of the store here, because of how the store splits at the end, this section here kinda gets cut off unfortunately. We have the Easy Money ATM machine, which really matches that reference material, and another camera. Perhaps it was this one that was used in Lisa the Simpson. The section here best resembles your local 7-Eleven, a magazine stand with some prints, a hot dog display, some donuts on the side there, a coffee machine at the back. It's all beautiful stuff. You can see the coffee area is the part that gets split down the middle unfortunately. It's a great area. The coffee pot uses a minifig head and a horn claw tooth part in black there for the handle. If you close the setup, it does make a full build for that counter. Looks really great once it's all put together here. The fridge here sells more goods made up of misc parts and printed parts as well. Two of the printed tiles here for the magazine stand feature an issue of the Springfield Inquisitor, which actually appears to be an article made up just for this set featuring Diamond Joe Quimby, and the Let's Be Friends Valentine's Day card as seen in season 4 episode 15 I Love Lisa. Moving on from this section, we go over to the counter now. Here is the famed squishy machine, one of the most well-known items from the Simpsons world, available now at Universal Studios Hollywood and Florida. The machine's really fabulous. It's a really cool build, especially for a Simpsons fan here, featuring things like guns for the handles, a grill for catching some spilled drinks, a giant brick-built squishy up top as well. The side has a sticker for all the people that Apu will not accept checks from. The squishy up top is a sticker, and it looks really excellent as well. The build sits in this little corner of the counter here. Nearby are two really nice squishy cups, new and improved and exclusive designs for the Simpsons theme. I really love that piece here. It's a very dynamic inclusion and a much better improvement from the one that was included in the original CMF line. The next time we would see that piece, however, was for Condiment King in the Lego Batman movie, and it looked really good there. However, for the actual sets, they would not use that piece. Definitely one of the best parts of the set here. Now by the front counter, we have yet more details to go over. There is a welcome mat on the floor here, and some more stickers and prints. You can see the other side of the stand from looking into the building from the outside here. At the back behind the counter, we can see a couple of arcade machines and some gambling machines as well. There's a ketchup and mustard sauce machine, a Buzz Cola machine, Great White Hunter and Bone Storm as arcade machines that can actually be removed. There's also finally a jackpot machine on the counter there. These are all of the printed tiles from this area of the build. We have the Lego newsprint, which is the only piece here that is not referential to the show. Angry Dad, as seen in Season 13, Episode 18, I Am Furious Yellow. The You're Appealing Valentine's Day card from Season 10, Episode 14, I'm with Cupid. The Mom Monthly magazine is a magazine that Marge reads during the intro of the show. And the Springfield Shopper with the headline Bumblebee Man Caught in Sting is from Season 14, Episode 17, 3 Gays of the Condo. It's now time to take a look at one of the best segments of the set. I know I've actually said that a lot already, but these are the two shelves that sit in the middle of the building. On this one here we have food items and sale items, a sticker that reads yesterday's food at tomorrow's prices. Here we see what looks to be maybe food tags of something. The other side it's a bit more clear. Bottles of goods, maybe some perfumes, dry diapers located down below, with a sticker design as well. On the other side we have foods like cookies, but also strawberries, a couple of cans of Chef Lonely Heart Soup for One from Season 13 Episode 16, Bart the Lover. The other shelf has even more on offer in stickers and printed goods. We have a printed piece for chocolate milk that was only found in this set, and a sticker design for some dog food down below. Then we have a sale sign here with some fruits down below, and some more containers of mixed goods. On the other side here we have more brick-built goods, with some printed boxes of Krusty-O's, Bart's favorite cereal. Here is one of each and every individual item found from inside the store, with a unique sticker or print that is from the world of The Simpsons. The set is packed with multiples of some of these though. Keep in mind, this is just what each individual item here looks like, and I love each and every one of them. The Kwik-E-Mart can easily close up like I showed at the beginning by connecting that Technic Peg here back into its slot, the only connector for holding the walls together here. Here we can see how the build works now without the roof. You can see that the counter area wraps all the way around, with those little key details here really coming into fruition. I love the set, but I guess my immediate change would be I'd love to just be able to somehow remove that back wall, not the floor that comes with it. Like the house that came before it, we have another vehicle included in the set. This is Wiggum's police cruiser, built in a very similar way to Homer's family sedan. This might be the most detailed police car that I think I've ever built in Lego before. We have some stickers for the Springfield Police Department and a license plate that reads number 1 Doofus, and some 911 stickers around here as well. The car doors can open, and that roof can be moved too. Because of the specially molded heads, you're going to need a bit more access to get characters into the car. In the boot I have some police batons and some handcuffs for storage as well. This is the car decked out with Wiggum and Snake on the inside here. They make good room in here, but it's a little tricky kind of getting them in and out on the occasion. This is Apu, the known owner of the store. Here, Apu appears exclusively in his work uniform, which he very rarely wore in the series actually. Here he is as seen in Season 5, Episode 13, Homer and Apu. He wears the uniform at the beginning of the episode so that the B-plot of James Woods working in the store can kind of work a little bit better. He was previously released in the Simpsons CMF series where he appeared as his default self. He has a broom as an accessory here, and I think the likeness translates quite well for that minifigure. Some of the Simpsons figures do not translate to minifigure form very well at all, and we will be getting into that with a figure from this very set actually. I do prefer his regular look from the CMF series. I'm a bit more attached to that iteration of Apu. I do think that this is a really good idea though for figure exclusivity in sets. A not so well known look for a fan favorite character. The preferred option is made more easily available in a CMF series. It's a really great way that Lego can do exclusive minifigures. This is Clancy Wiggum, who is another figure from the CMF line, but here he features some exclusive printing here of some spilled jam all down his uniform and his face. I think it's a really great detail actually, and really fitting for that character too. It makes for a pretty fun exclusive minifigure. My issue with Wiggum though is his size. That character just does not translate into minifigure form for me at all. Unlike Homer, Wiggum doesn't actually feature any belly printing here, and if we're being frank, in the show he is a much bigger dude than Homer, so with features like that missing, he just doesn't really work for me as a minifigure. I really love that variant printing though. And this is Snake, one of my favorite minifigures from the entire line. Snake is a super exclusive minifigure here because it is the only minifigure to have only appeared in a Simpsons set and nothing else prior. Homer, Bart, and Krusty were all released in the Dimensions wave as well as the House and the CMF series. Ned was also released in the House and the CMF series, and in this set, Apu and Wiggum both released in the CMF series as well as the Kwik-E-Mart. So Snake is the only Springfieldian to be turned into an exclusive minifigure, released only in one set, and for that, I love him. He has some really great printing on his arm with light blue sleeves and a snake tattoo, and one of the better head likenesses I have to say. Snake is a great one-of-a-kind minifigure. The Simpsons family here are represented with 3 members of the family, and it is easily the weakest part of the set for me. Marge is apparently an exclusive minifigure according to Brickset, slight differences in her legs, but nothing to really write home about. Otherwise, she does appear to be the exact same minifigure from the CMF series. A very good figure, mind you. In some ways, probably better than the House one for featuring a pretty regular normal expression, but in saying that, you were able to get a default Marge figure for a much cheaper price than paying $350 for this set. Bart is equipped with his skateboard and spray paint can. He's still wearing his bright red shirt and complicated but very impressive parts used for his legs. He's very similar to the other releases though. Eventually for the Simpsons CMF series 2, Bart would release as a Bartman with an orange shirt. I kinda wish they used that design here instead. It'd make it feel a bit more impactful. This is actually the exact same Bart minifigure that they would use for the LEGO Dimensions pack. The biggest difference between this one and the CMF Bart is that that one had his slingshot printed on his back. This one lacks key details like that. So you're getting better value for paying $5 for a minifigure than $350 for a set. Homer Simpson is in my top favorite minifigures of all time, so I can't stay too mad at him for being a re-release, but this re-release is a very disappointing one. There's a lot more that they could have done with Homer Simpson here. This figure released in the CMF series, the Dimensions set, and this set. I really love his simplistic details for the white shirt and blue pants, and I mentioned before with Wiggum, Homer has some definition on his chest to show his belly, so he does appear to translate a bit more than Wiggum does in my eyes. But I would have loved to have seen a variant of Homer in any capacity here. Instructions for the set are different to the House. Instead of having multiple books, we have just one large manual here. Really nice thick booklet. On the back here we can see an advertisement for the Simpsons house, which looks great, so I guess that was still currently available. One of the best sets that I think I've ever owned. We also have an advertisement for the modular line, in which these two sets can kind of fit in with that city. On the other side we have an ad for the Lego Club, and then an inventory list as well. To make this set feel a bit more homely, I decided to fill it with some of the locals. The Kwik-E-Mart is not only one of my favorite sets of all time, I think it truly is my favorite set of all time. Of the many fantastic models that this company has made over its years, I still believe that the Kwik-E-Mart is one of the most articulately designed sets ever made. Clearly made by fans for fans, the set offers so many key details that I really wanted, and I'm amazed that it actually exists in the way that it does. While the theme was very short-lived, I'm glad that the theme clearly got the attention that it deserved, and I do hope to see a return for it in the future with releases like a Krusty Burger, a Springfield Elementary, a radioactive power plant, just about anything at this point. If you enjoyed this look at an older LEGO Simpsons set and you'd like to see more, liking and subscribing does help to support this channel. Ka kite anō.